Hey, it is Tuesday, I think. It's time for the garden update. Do a quick one. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I think that means I don't have to water. Plus, I'm racing sunlight. There's some leaves in the gutters that I'd like to clear out before the rain, because I'm a super paranoid, water phobic person. So, garden, I haven't looked at since last week, really, but let's look together. All right, garden box. Huge leaves, our zucchini. Hey, Brian. The basil, pretty dry, but better than it was. I snipped off the tops of those extra dry leaves. Tomatillos, again, draped over. These haven't really grown and filled out yet with tomatillos inside, so this one's good. So I might pick some of those off. The zucchini, it's a little dark, sorry. You can see the blossoms, but you can also kind of see the zucchini growing. There are a couple we got live. And so what else? Tomatillo, you see, is just rampant all over the place. And then there are beans down here, which every week I'm meant to pull out and just haven't gotten to it. Kale, snipped off a bunch, but we see we've got some big kale leaves. Should make a nice salad. And then tomatoes. Let's try and shift off some of the zucchini leaves. Again, that was a cluster, if you remember from last week. I predicted they would be red. They are not, so we'll check back next week. See, this guy's ready to eat. A lot of these have been quite ripe, and then when I twist them off, if you've never grown tomatoes, the way you want to take them off the plant is you kind of just twist a little bit, or pop, and then ow! Straight in the mouth. Yeah, sorry, Todd. I'm not a prognosticator. That's why I was never good at fantasy sports. So let's see what else we got in here. Deep in the dark jungle, there are some peppers. Now let's see if we can find the jalapeno. No predictions, but it was here last week. Here we are. Oh, sorry, super dark. There we go. There's a little jalapeno. I know, Todd, I'm just a failure. Sorry. Herbs, not a failure. So this one is basil, and this is cilantro, which is quickly turning into coriander, which I've never used before, but be curious this fall to see what we can make with that. And then tomato, also dry, needs some water from the rain tonight. Weed, basil. So that's grown. What else do we have? Everything else in the garden box is buried. So it's pretty much just kale, zucchini, tomatillos, and tomatoes right now. So let's take a walk on the wild side to the other tomato plants on the side of the house. Peaceful night, a little humid. That's your weather report. Ooh, look out. Look at that red tomato. So that's the color you want for your tomatoes. Nice and deep red. Kind of interesting. We have the three colors right there. Kind of that lime green, orange, and then that beautiful red. So maybe I'll pull that off tonight. It won't twist, but I'd probably use this year's for the bigger ones. And then for these tomatoes, we see that one's almost ready. I'll try and shift it around here. Look at that beautiful tomato. Happy tomato. I was watching Bob Ross, his instructions on painting, so now everything is a happy tomato. That one, getting there, beautiful color. Kind of interesting how nature works that way. And then these are all green. I won't predict that they'll be red next week because I learned my lesson. What else? I'd take you up on the roof, but I think I'll probably drop the phone and die, so that'd be my last Facebook Live, which would be fun. Still chewing on the tomato, sorry. Backyard, along the fence, we have garbage heap. So this was intended to be my own compost heap. And so I turned it over a little bit, and there is some compost at the bottom. I wasn't good about turning it for about a month. So you're supposed to just turn it with a shovel or a spade or a rake to let it circulate, and then eventually it'll decompose. Rose bush and weeds. Again, just hoping that those come back next year. If not, we go back to the plant store. Rose number 2. Tomatillos on the ground. I really should buy another cage for these, but we see a ton of little flowers, and those should turn into tomatillos, but we need some rain. I haven't really watered these, which is kind of interesting that they still grow. This one's ready to go. There's a nice firm tomatillo inside, and the ones that are yellow, I have to look that up. It probably means I screwed up and they're dead. And then finally, the rose bush. As we end a lot of these Facebook Lives, there is the rose bush. So that is the Rapid Garden Update. Thanks for tuning in this Tuesday evening. I'll try and share this on the blog for those that couldn't find it or watch it tonight with their dinner. Just know that my dinner will be fresh and better than yours. Have a great week and check in next week. Take care, everybody.